Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 keyboards that all sound very different to each other. So, I thought I would actually try them out for you and see which sound you like the best. Although 2 of these keyboards won't be around too much longer because I need to get them cleaned up and ready to be recycled because they are mine and my dad's old laptops. But while I still have them here, I thought I would play around with the keyboards a little bit. So this is basically a keyboard trigger video. Basic, but why not? So in front of me I have my own laptop, which has really nice sounds. To my left, I have an external keyboard which was connected to our desktop computer at one stage, which still I think turned on, but it runs XP, so we haven't turned it on for quite a few years. And so to my right, I have my old Acer laptop, which is 8 years old and is now running a system that is not supported anymore. The reason why I had to buy this new one last year. So I will start with these two keyboards. We will start with the external one, which I will need to be a bit more careful because it is a bit loud. But so we have, let's just make a bit of room. We have so as you can hear, it is quite loud, and I don't know the technical term, but I'm pretty sure that the connection to these keys is like quite heavy, because as I was typing they actually felt heavier, which sort of makes sense for an external keyboard. And also it was made quite a few years ago, and the way it looks is, I can get the cord here. Okay, so this is the keyboard. So it's like, you can tell it is old. And it is also broken because there is a stand missing. Like, there is a stand at the back here. There is a stand back here, but not on this, not here. So so we have a, Anyways, I don't know where this keyboard is laid out. And you can see it does have all the keys like that you would have. I think this is considered a full keyboard because it does have, because you can see that we have a number pad here, but we also have these keys up here. So I think with a 3/4 keyboard, you'd only have like up to there. You wouldn't have like the number pad or the arrow keys, or you might have to there. So this is sort of considered a full keyboard. The next keyboard we will test or will play around with, in this case, not really testing because I know they work. And I won't, is actually my old laptop's keyboard, which has a lighter sound compared to the external one because generally it's a laptop keyboard, so you don't really want heavy keys and bulky keys like you've got with the external one, because that one you're not really showing with. Laptop wise, it needs to go flat. So, okay, so this is what it looks like. So it is like simple, really light keys, nice little sound. Let's play around with it, shall we? As as you just heard, that sound was a lot lighter, even when I was going fast, but fast for me. And it actually felt better because it's a lot softer, a lot easier to my touch, and it definitely feels less heavy than, say, the external one was. Which, it's a pity that it runs an outdated system, or non-supported system, and it barely ran The Sims. But that keyboard got me through so many years of assignments and doing other things for 8 years. It even actually, this laptop, actually, I bought it a month before I went overseas in 2014. So the first major thing that happened to it was it actually went overseas to Costa Rica, the US, east the East Coast, so like Florida, Washington, New York, not like here in the place, but yeah, and also London. So the laptop I just played on, well, at least on that keyboard, it has traveled internationally, and it still looks nice, but the keyboard, my most used letters are very faded, so I have to remember what letters they are. But that just shows I use A, D, N a lot when typing. I don't know why, but those are the ones that actually worn up quicker. Here I have my dad's current laptop, which we had to get because we were running out of time. Although if I had done my research a bit quicker or a bit more longer, I would have realized I needed to get a certain port that he could put in a cable for the internet instead of this just being wireless. So it's a little hasty on my part, but it was the sales and we needed to get a laptop for him because I had requested to do that, which is I'm the one in charge of technology in the house. So yeah. Okay, so here we have my dad's one. So we've got these keys again are very different. The sound, the texture of these ones are like matte. Whereas I don't remember what my old ones were. But yeah. This keyboard also, this one isn't a full keyboard. And is a little bit awkward for the fact of, let me, without showing that, his arrow keys are tiny. Like, I will show footage, I will, I will show you what I mean by tiny. Okay, so here is my dad's laptop up close. Like, it's matte grey, really nice sounding. The strange thing about his keyboard is here, if you see here, have a look at his arrow keys. They're squashed. It's weird because, okay, for a second, if we compare, here are my arrow keys. And look how big they are. And they just like actually give you space compared to these tiny ones. Well, I suppose that could be because this is a normal laptop, not a gaming one like I went for. But yeah, that's the really weird thing about his one is that like they're really tiny. So as you can see from the previous footage, that my dad's keys are weird and they just had a really, I don't know what they were thinking when they were designing that keyboard for that laptop, but it's not the most expensive one, so I think they weren't thinking it's got to look good and light up like mine does. Mine has IBG, so my keyboard lights up, so it's fancier. Well, before I should stop gushing about my keyboard and go to my dad's keyboard. So let's play around with his keyboard, shall we? So, as you just heard, it has a softer sound. Even softer, you could say, than my old laptop, which was built 8 years ago or more than that. So it's older, whereas my dad's is newer. and also lighter and it's like sleeker. And the keys really do feel like they feel matte. And they don't feel uncomfortable. So I think that'll be okay typing wise because you're just like, because like there are there are keyboards that just feel heavy or just have not the nicest feeling keys to type on. But that is good. Unfortunately, the way my dad types is one finger at a time, so he's never going to hear the true sound, the true beauty his keyboard can make when he's even trying to use a couple of fingers like this. Because this is my dad's typing sound. Very different, and that just makes me feel sorry for my dad because he's just never, he's just gonna, he'll never hear the beauty of his amazing keyboard. We are now onto the last keyboard, which is my actual laptop keyboard, which you got a peek at with the arrow keys, and also when I was showing all the other ones off too. So I have opened a Word document so we can hear the sounds as they are meant to be done. So here we go. So as you just heard, that was me typing on it. And as I was typing on it, my keyboard lit up. I currently have it set on blue or sort of like teal color, sort of to match my current hair. Now, these keys feel, they are a bit more shiny in appearance, and they actually have a bit more of a smoother, shinier, slightly more, you can move your finger about on them a bit easier, so they're not matte, but they're not oily or anything like that. They don't feel uncomfortable. And they are the right size for my digits, which is good. And the main part that I use mainly is from the backspace and the arrow keys all the way to the escape button. The part of my numbers keyboard, my numbers pad is the one that gets used the least because I don't really do numbers like that. If I do, I will do them across the top. So this has been me playing with 4 different keyboards. So we've had an external one that is like over 10 years old. We've had my old 8-year-old laptop. We've had my dad's old laptop. Wait, no. My dad's old. His old one. His new one. Wait, no. Here's no. My. Wait a second. I'm slightly confused here. Because we had, yeah. So we had the external one. So we had external. Dad's old one. And then we had his new one, and then my new one. Yes. So there was 4 of them. Let me know in the comments of which of those keyboard sounds did you prefer? Because I might be able to include those certain keyboard sounds from that keyboard that you like in future videos. So please let me know. If you have enjoyed this video, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and also click the notification bell which will show up once you have subscribed, and set that to all so you don't miss out on any future videos. And also comment, please, your favorite part, like I mentioned before, your favorite keyboard, so I might better reuse that sound again. Or if you're shy, even just an emoji like a love heart, a hand or anything, that helps with engagement. So please consider it. I would be thankful. So I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.